Now, I know you touched on this earlier, that you're not pushing or selling any type of investment with your programs. That's something that the IRS doesn't allow you to do anyway. But are there educational opportunities for people to find out the details of the different types of investments that are available?
That's a great question. I appreciate you asking that, Bill. But yeah, CamaPlan is huge on education. And we actually implemented a Cama Academy about 3.5 years ago. If you go to our website in the upper right-hand corner there, you'll see Cama Academy, and it has webinars. And these webinars are all free. And they discuss different investments. They have attorneys, accountants, and other professionals talking about different problems that they've run into and what to watch out for, both in the self-directed world and also if you go into different investments, such as, how to do your due diligence. We want people to learn from other people's mistakes and not suffer the losses themselves. Again, the webinars and videos are free. You put in your email and your name. You'll get a password, and you just put that password in forever, and you look at as many webinars and videos as you want. And if you want information on a certain subject, you're welcome to leave us a note, and we'll find an expert to talk about that. As a matter of fact, tonight at 7 o'clock, we actually have a live session in our academy talking about private lending with Steve Lloyd. So precious metals, a webinar I think is coming up. We have a new one, and we try to keep them current as well. And maybe you should do one for us, Bill, on private lending and how it works and all the pitfalls and the things you protect people about, because I know you're passionate about private lending and you think it's a great asset, and it's probably because it's something you're very good at.
Absolutely. We are very passionate about what we do, and we'd be more than happy to do some educational webinars for you.
Well, after we get done here tonight, we'll do another one, right, on my site.
All right, so here's the big question. What are the fees? How much does it cost for me to have my money inside of a CamaPlan account?
That's my least favorite subject. The first thing I want to say about fees are the amount of money that you're making. The fees are inconsequential, and they're not really a discriminator between the companies when you pick them. CamaPlan is neither the least expensive nor the most expensive, but obviously I think we provide an excellent service, at a fair price, providing great value for our clients and members. CamaPlan clients like our fee philosophy. We kind of say by investors for investors. And my sister, who's my partner, we sat down and said, how are we going to do our fees? And we said, let's look at it, and let's look at the type of investments we do and what would work for us. So we have two types of fee structures. One is based on the value of your account, and it's just multiplied by a multiplier, and that's what you pay on. The other one is we do it based on the asset in your account. Basically, you could have a $100,000 home or $1 million horse farm, and you're going to pay $275 a year. Because we're not doing any more work on the $1 million horse farm than we are on the $100,000 house. So there are reasons for that, but I think people have that choice. They really like it, and they can switch. They're not locked into it. If things change as time goes on, one way or the other, you can switch back and forth from them. The other thing that they like about our fees is we don't charge an annual fee until you do an investment or you're not in cash. While you're sitting in cash, most of the other companies will be charging you an annual fee, again, based on the value of that cash. We want people to open up their account, get their cash with us, know that it's safe in an FDIC insured account, and then go out and buy what they want and do their due diligence on their investment and not rush into a bad deal. We also are one of the companies, I think maybe the only one, that does a proration on the fees. So if I say that $275 for a $100,000 house and you buy that in July, you're only going to be paying half of that for this year. If you buy it in October, you're only going to be paying a quarter of $275. So people really like that part of it too. And the thing that I always ask people is, is it fair that I make money because you make money? And the answer is no, because I'm not giving you any of that advice. And a lot of people say, well, I can't believe you say that. I said, it costs us the same amount of money to do the processing and the record keeping and the reporting, whether you make money or lose money. So that's why we try to keep a fixed asset fee. And then we have convenient ways to pay your fees. So I hope that answers your question. We have a fee sheet on our homepage. You can say, hey, let's look at this, and we discuss our fees and exactly what we meant. But it's not a discriminator. Sometimes we're a little bit more than the competition. Sometimes we're a little bit less. But the difference between us, it's not. You want to look at service, knowledge of the company, and trustworthiness and education benefits that you get from it. Hope that answered your question.
Yes, absolutely. And I especially like the fact that you don't charge people while they're sitting in a cash position, because there's enough pressure on doing your due diligence and making sure that you have an investment that you're comfortable with, that you don't want to lose money on, without having that additional pressure in the back of their mind thinking, well, as longer I keep this in here, the more money I'm paying. You don't want people to jump into something too quick just because they've got that additional pressure of, I'm losing money the whole time this is sitting here.
That's exactly right, because, they get in there, they want to buy a piece of property. Now, we don't have any control of getting the money from Fidelity or Schwab. So now the pressure's on. They're going to lose the deal, lose their money because Schwab doesn't get their money to us quick enough. We say, just get it here, now you're ready. I mean, in today's environment, the interest you're going to make on that money is nothing anyway. I mean, what's 0.5%? That's not going to, for a month or two, that's not going to change anybody's lifestyle. I want them to get their account open, have it ready, and the people that do that are a lot happier, and the deals they get are a lot easier because they say, hey, this is a cash deal I can close in 2 weeks. Give me a 10% discount. So they've already made back any interest they'd be making.
Now, as a matter of full disclosure here, I wanted to let everyone know that we do business with CamaPlan. We have several clients that have accounts with CamaPlan one way or another. We also do business with a lot of other third-party custodians. But I have found that every time that I have dealt with the staff there at CamaPlan, everyone I've talked to has been great. The service has just been wonderful. You're not just a number or a voicemail. Real people actually answer the phone and introduce themselves and ask how they can help you. It's a wonderful experience. They've all bent over backwards to help me, so I wanted to let you know that.
Well, again, remember, we're for investors by investors, so we understand it, and that's why we're that way, because that's the way we want to be treated. So that's why we set this up that way. But I really appreciate that, and our staff does too, Bill. Thanks for that.
Yes, my pleasure, and people just need to know where the service lies in the industry. So how can people get started with a CamaPlan account?
That's easy, and thanks for the question. They go to our website and they can open an account by clicking on the forms and downloads page and just download an application. Go to www.camaplan.com, download the application for opening and funding the account, or just make a simple call to our phone number, 866-559-4430, and request a phone consultation, and people will walk you right through it. They'll send you an email if you prefer to have it from an email. I don't like the downloads on the computer, but I'm getting up there in age. Some people like to do that. If I get the email, it's easy for me to print it out, take my time and fill it out, and our people will help you fill it out if you do call in. And then simply find the assets you want to buy, do your own negotiations and due diligence, and then authorize CamaPlan to purchase the asset on behalf of your IRA. After you purchase it, you can relax, monitor your online CamaPlan account and watch your earnings roll in. Like the clients that are working with you, either buying houses or doing rents, they're seeing interest payments come in, or they're seeing rent payments come into their account. They can, when they log in online, everything is there. Expenses and income are tracked and posted, at your direction, and funding for purchases and closings are completed within 48 hours after all the required paperwork is submitted. It takes us about 48 hours to open up your account, but again, I said it takes 2 to 4 weeks depending on who the old administrator is to get your money over to us. We'll get your account open, but we may not have any cash there for you until Schwab or Fidelity or Vanguard sends it over.
Yeah, it sounds like those funds want to hang on to your money as long as possible, huh?
I guess, there's all kinds of different rules, but yeah, sometimes they say, well, we don't want you to leave. We'll give you 4 free trades. And, and I just, you're not going to let them invest in real estate. That's what they want to do. Send the money. Just
so you know, we also have a direct link to CamaPlan on our Carolina Hard Money homepage. Just click the icon that says CamaPlan. It'll take you right to their site. And in some places where this video is posted, there'll be a link right below the page as well. So, Carl, is there anything else you want to leave us with? I want to thank you again for joining us. Any last words?
Just go to CamaPlan.com and get all the information you can. There's a lot of it up there for free, and if you don't see what you want up there, shoot us a little note and we can direct you to it if you can't find it. Or if it's not there, we'll find somebody who is an expert in that area. And again, thank you, Bill, and Carolina Hard Money for inviting us to come today. I loved it.
Yeah, it was our pleasure, Carl. Thank you once again for sharing your valuable time with us. I want you to have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
All righty, thanks a lot.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us on the National Real Estate Investors Channel. I hope you got a lot of valuable information from Carl Fischer of CamaPlan. Have a wonderful day, and look forward to seeing you on the next show.